All right, back for another beer review, and today I'll be reviewing yet another beer from the Central State Brewing Company, and they are out of Indianapolis, Indiana, and this is their strawberry. So they're calling this a sour ale with strawberry and lactose. It's basically an Imperial Sour Ale with strawberry and lactose because it comes in at 8% alcohol by volume. No IBUs listed in the time of review. I don't know exactly how old this can is, and that's because it was sent to me by a good friend of mine and viewer of the channel, Todd. So thank you very much, Todd, for hooking me up with this one. I met up with Todd back in mid-September in Cincinnati, Ohio. I brought him quite a few beers from my neck of the woods, and he hooked me up with a 4-pack. This was one of the 4, but Central State does not put the date on the can. So I will say this. At the time of review, Todd gave me this can about 2 months ago, and he said it was relatively fresh. So I will say that this can is no older than about 3 months old. And I want to thank Todd for hooking me up with this one. Thank you very much, Todd. I had there a more that he gave me, which was a passion fruit farmhouse pale ale, and it was honestly one of the worst smelling beers of all time. Basically, top 5 worst aromas I have ever had in a beer. Luckily, it tasted actually quite good, but the the nose was so bad. And I had somebody post a comment on that video. It was like, this is the worst beer I've ever had. And I totally understand because the nose was disgusting. The taste made up for it. But yeah, I wanted to try this one out after that because I'm like, all right, that beer was kind of a different beast, you know, passion fruit farmhouse ale, got the whole barnyard funk and whatnot. And this just seems to be an Imperial Sour with strawberries and lactose. Sounds pretty good to me. So let's crack this one open, get it into a glass here, see what we got going on. So yeah, it has the look of something that would have strawberries in it for sure. That has definitely the look of a fruited sour of some sort. So yeah, there's this really weird, just like, it has pinkish tones to it, but it's like, it's orange, but it definitely has pinkish tones. The head itself is like an off-white, one finger, soap sudsy, fluffy looking head. But yeah, that color when I was pouring out definitely looked like it had strawberry in it. You know, strawberry juice isn't, you know, straight on red like the outer strawberry look. It's, you know, more like light like this, so makes sense. Okay, so getting more of the base sour ale, this has a, like, on the nose, smells like it's gonna be straight up sour, not just firmly tart, definitely sour. A touch of funk underneath as well. And a hint of strawberry, and it has an authentic strawberry vibe to it. It doesn't smell like it's candied strawberry or something that is not authentic. Doesn't smell like an extract. But yeah, I just get most of the sour aspects. It has a little bit of funkiness. Definitely can smell that this is going to be sour. And then a little bit of the strawberry. Not really picking up on the lactose. Not getting any vanilla in here and whatnot. Probably will just help the mouthfeel, if anything. Yeah, smells pretty good. So let's get into it. Cheers, everybody. And thanks again, Todd. Has a nice seedy strawberry character to it. This one, though, has a lot of... not a lot, but it has a decent amount of that, like, that funkiness to it as well. I don't know what they're using in here, if it's like a Brett or something, but this has a very similar characteristics as characteristic to the Amore. I said I thought it was going to taste really sour. It's firmly tart. Has a nice tartness to it. Maybe not even like firmly tart, it's soft tartness. This is more about the funk. The body on it at 8%. We'll say medium, lighter side of medium body, so a little bit thin, but I'm cool with that for an 8% sour. The mouthfeel is a little bit more crisp and effervescent than I thought. I think with the lactose, I thought it was going to be softer, smooth, and slightly creamy, but it doesn't really have, has more of like a almost biting carbonation sting to it. Yeah, more carbonation than I anticipated. Right up front though, that funkiness hits you like right at the front of the palate. Like, it's, you know, it's funky. Can't get by that. I pass through the palate. A nice seedy, unsweetened strawberry kind of vibe hits you. That's where the tartness kicks in as well. A little bit of like a lemon lime character too from the base sour. And then it finishes semi to full on dry. Not a lot of residual sweetness. I would say actually almost full on dry. Not a lot of residual sweetness. And yeah, 8% hides the alcohol extremely well. I can't tell you this is 8%. A little bit of warming like into the chest, ever so slight. But I would guess it's like 6.5%, 7%. They did a pretty good job hiding the alcohol. And as you can see, I'm throwing this back quite easily. I will say this. This is not complex in the least. I'm getting like 3 or 4 characters. But I think this is, again, I'd imagine this came out sometime in August, and I think that'd be appropriate for this beer. This is kind of one of those summer crushers where at 8%, this is Summer Crusher, which is a dangerous beer. I could drink a couple cans of this. I would not get palate fatigue or anything, and I would have a good time doing so, and I'd also feel pretty good after drinking 2 8% 16-ounce cans. That said, it's not like an amazing beer or anything. It's just really well made. I think for me, I would want to see more strawberry character, and I want to see that lactose. I'm not picking up on any of the lactose in here from a mouthfeel standpoint to just, usually when I have lactose in a beer, it usually gives me a small kick of vanilla. I'm not really getting that at all. See if there's any goodies at the bottom. Pour a decent amount more in here. And we'll give it one more sip, and then I will rate it. Now, not much different. It's a good beer. I enjoy it. You get the strawberries that come off as like an unsweetened, seedy strawberry. Barnyard funk from the base sour ale. It has a soft tartness. Very crisp, effervescent, and refreshing. 8%, they hide the alcohol well. But for me, it's not overly complex. There's not a whole lot going on, but I do enjoy it. So I'm going to give Strawberry from Central State a low 3.75 out of 5. I'm going 3.65 out of 5. Good beer, but at the end of the day, this is anything special to my palate, but I do appreciate the chance to try it. So thank you very much, Todd, for hooking me up with this one. I've had 2 Central State beers, and they kind of both, fall in the same vein. I think I gave them more 3.75, despite that beer is crazy because that beer, the aroma on it was disgusting, but the taste was actually like passion fruit juice, and I love passion fruit. So it was like, if you just give me the taste of it, it's like a 4.25, but the aroma is like a 2.5, maybe a 2. And I had to give it a decent rating, but I could drink that one. I just, the aroma was terrible. This one, it's not offensive in the least. It's just, there's not a whole lot going on, but I do like the strawberry character. I just wish there's more vanilla more lactose, just to enhance the mouthfeel of this one and give me a little bit of like a vanilla tinge to it. So I wanted this one to be like a little bit of a strawberries and cream vibe, not like super sweet or anything, but just give me a little bit of that lactose for the mouthfeel, a little bit of vanilla character, and I think I would like this one into like the 4.25 range. But 3.65 out of 5, solid score, solid beer. So thanks again, Todd, for sending it my way. Price and availability, I have no idea. So Todd, you're going to have to let me know about this one. I think I mentioned the other one, the Amore review, that Central State. I did see it in Kentucky, and I believe, I want to say I saw them at Jungle Gyms in Fairfield, Ohio, a couple of their cans. So they get decent distribution, definitely into Kentucky, and I think into Ohio. So they probably get okay distribution, but I have no idea on the price point. So Todd, if you want to chime in, let me know the price point on this one. I would guess somewhere in like the $3.54 a can range. I wouldn't expect much higher than that for this one. But anyway, appreciate everybody stopping by for another beer review. Thanks again to Todd for hooking me up with this one, and until the next one, cheers.